Being a student athlete, I think is the best possible way you can fully experience college. You really learn to manage your time. You really learn to balance things. It forces you to either get the job done or give up.
At Notre Dame, we continuously work with our student athletes to help them become competent students, responsible campus citizens, and athletes who can compete. Competent students means recruiting students who accept their responsibility to succeed academically and providing them with the support to accomplish that goal. Responsible campus citizens means working with the college's student athletes to understand and embrace their responsibility as role models to one another, to other students, and to the general college community. Athletes who can compete means striving to excel at the highest level of Division II athletic competition. To help student athletes meet these expectations, the college provides them with high-quality athletic administration, coaching, facilities, and academic and student life support. All of this is done within the spirit of the college's mission as a Catholic college in the tradition of the Sisters of Notre Dame, which educates a diverse population in the liberal arts for personal, professional, and global responsibility.
Being on an athletic team has made me a better student because it really makes you focus on time management. You have a lot to do and a little time to do it in, so finding time to fit in school and athletics takes practice, and it takes willingness to do both. So I think, over the years, being able to juggle both the athletics and the academics part of being a student athlete has made me better able to balance my time.
Being on a sports team has made me a better student by just having good time management skills. It can be hard to kind of lose a sense of time, and you really have to plan out your day and make sure everything fits, and make sure you have time for practice, for school, for homework. If you need extra help, plan for that.
Being an athlete here has made me a better student, just teaching me to keep pushing forward, keep working hard. There's times in football practice or just at any practice, you get tired and you want to give up, you want to quit. And getting up in the morning, 8:30, staying up all night doing homework. Some days you just want to say that I don't want to do this. And being an athlete has taught me to fight through that and get the job done.
One small piece of advice that I would give to student athletes is that you got to keep your life somewhat in balance. In college, it can be demanding, especially if you're a student athlete. Coaches are going to demand a lot out of you. The classroom is going to demand a lot out of you. Socially, you're put in situations where you're away from home and you've got to make decisions on your own. What I would say is that if you spend time on areas that are important, your relationships, your faith, your physical well-being, those sort of things, and you figure out a balance that's good for you, then you're going to be able to handle all the curveballs that are thrown out at you.
Most notably, we do once a year we put on a clinic for handicapped people, and I personally really enjoy it because it helps me be much more grateful for the opportunities that I have, because these people, they don't know what it's like to be able to have those opportunities, and unfortunately that's not something they can control. And it's also a little more motivating too, because you know that you have those opportunities, so you can't afford to take it for granted.
We've done a lot of things in regards to service. My sophomore year, we helped build a playground. All the athletes did. It was actually really fun. We got together and all the teams helped, put a whole playground together for the city of South Euclid, so that was fun. Also, last year we went and did yard work for a family who needed help. So sometimes, it's a little difficult. The yard work was, it was hard, but it was fun, and we get a lot out of it. It's a good bonding experience for our team as well.
Actually, recently went on a fall immersion trip down to West Virginia. We stayed in the Appalachian Mountains, and it was just really a great experience, kind of living at the more simple end of life, because the people down there don't really have a lot. And it really made me think of how lucky I am to have the things that I have and have the opportunities that I've been given.
I think it's important for Notre Dame to be involved in service because we're part of the community. There's a lot of schools around here, and it's important that people know that Notre Dame is willing to help and that the students are willing to outreach. I think it makes it easier for us to find internships when people know that, or even jobs after school, when people know that we're willing to help and that Notre Dame's a big part of the community.
I think the qualities that make up a team leader are unselfishness. We want guys to always place the team before themselves.
You gotta be able to put yourself aside for the benefit of others. You gotta be able to put aside your own wishes, your own demands, what you think is best for you, when the higher goal of the group is what's more important.
The best qualities I think that a team leader possesses would definitely be hard work. They understand the importance of a team concept, and they come hard and they work every day. And that in tune would definitely contribute to the success of our team.
Well, Notre Dame is the only thing in my life. I have a son, I take care of my sister, and I'm a full-time student and a full-time athlete. And I never hide that. I explain that to all my teammates. It's important to balance all of that, and it's your responsibility to take the time to make sure every aspect of your life is taken care of.
A great example of a good team leader was one of my current players, Annabelle. Knowing that I could come to practice, she was ready to go. She knew what was expected of the team. She organized the warm-ups. She learned, and every day she learned more from me through the athletic side of it, but also academically. Never had to worry about whether she was going to class. She took part with her teachers. She was engaged in her classes, took the initiative to do extra stuff outside within the community in her education degree, and she also helped her teammates when they were having problems in the classroom too, as well as with tutoring, helping with papers and everything else like that.
To say that it's important to me that my students understand that they're student athletes first and they're not athlete student is paramount, because at the end of the day I want to be evaluated by what my kids do 5 years after they graduate. And if one of my kids 5 years after they graduate says, I've got 4 conference championship rings, I played in a national championship game, I won a national championship, I was a 2-time All-American, and the highlight of my life was playing for Coach Torrey, and they come back every year for Alumni Day, but they're unhappy with their family life, they don't have a job they're proud of, and they always come back at Alumni Day and say, I wish I was still in college, I failed.
When I first took the position here at Notre Dame College, I've been involved in athletics all my life. I not long finished playing actually, and it was my first head coaching position, and I was all about the sport. And I was so proud of my first win, I was so proud of the first goal, and I really thought that was it, that was satisfaction, and I felt satisfaction, and it was for a point, but that was blown out of the water. He was my first graduating student. The young man was called Nathan Bumpy Tack. He was the first male on campus in class, transferred early. I got here before I did really, and I didn't see it coming when his name was called and he walked across the stage to collect his degree. It floored me, and I've not ever achieved that since, quite frankly. It was something very special. The happiest day, the most satisfactory day for me in any season that I've been here is graduation day. Nothing comes close to it.
Yeah, the only other thing that has guided my steps is a promise. I promised my grandmother that I would get my degree, and I promised my son that I would finish. So outside of football, those are the 2 biggest things that has motivated me to put my best foot forward and made that dream become a reality.
At Notre Dame College, we subscribe to the NCAA Division II philosophy of life in the balance, which emphasizes a comprehensive program of learning and development in a personal setting. Because of our adherence to these values, athletics at Notre Dame are an integral part of a unified academic and student life experience. At Notre Dame, we do not see athletics as a thing apart, but as a core institutional program linked to the college's mission to educate for personal, professional, and global responsibility. Anchored in student life and academics, Notre Dame College seeks to provide its student athletes with the opportunity, consistent with NCAA Division II values, to grow through opportunities for academic achievement, learning in high-level athletics competition, and the development of positive societal attitudes in service to community.